Yes. We'll start Rasashastra today. If you go with history, Ayurveda Itihasa, we have a special importance for Rasashastra. So, in the beginning, we have a Vedic Kala Itihasa, then we have a Samhita Kala, then Sangraha Kala. So, after that, we have a Rasashastra Kala. There is a prime importance for Rasashastra. So, there is a golden period of Rasashastra. It's from 8th century AD to 12th century AD. So where Rasashastra was born and Rasashastra was peak in practice. So Rasashastra was incorporated everywhere. Okay. So that is a period from 8th century to 12th century AD. Okay. Why the new branch has evolved? So Rasashastra means Rasa is uh, not a Rasa as a Dhatu. Rasa is Paradaya. Okay. So Shastra means understanding of Parada in detail is Shastra. Shastra is a science. Okay, you can tell it as a Parada science. So Rasa science. The Shastra is Rasa science. Okay. So here it is concentrating on Parada. So the whole of Parada. So complete length and breadth of Parada is Rasashastra. So why so much of importance is given for Parada? Any particular reason for Parada? And whole science has evolved because of Parada. So no other branch of medicine is concentrating on only one thing. So here Russia is concentrating on only on one thing, that is Parada. So what is the importance of this Parada? Okay, so we'll go through it one by one. The Rasashastra period is 8th century to 12th century AD. So in every subject, so we have to read the history of the particular subject. So Ayurveda Vangmaya means the history of Ayurveda. History of Ayurveda is called as Ayurveda Vangmaya. History of Rasashastra is called as Rasa Vangmaya. The technical word used for the history is Vangmaya. Okay. So Ayurveda Itihasa is called as Ayurveda Vangmaya. Rasashastra is called as Rasa Vangmaya. Okay. So Vangmaya is a technical term used to denote the history. Okay. The Vangmaya is the word used for history. Okay, the Sanskrit word for history is Vangmaya. Ayurveda Vangmaya means Ayurveda history, Rasa Vangmaya means Rasashastra history. Okay. Yes. So why the new clinical branch evolved? So what is the necessary of evolving of a new clinical branch? Okay. Any idea? So why the new clinical branch was evolved? Okay. So I already explained while explaining Ayurveda Itihasa the reason behind the evaluation of a new clinical branch. Okay. So during uh, Ashoka Kala, there is a huge spread of Buddhism. So the main intention of Buddhism is ahimsa. Nobody is willing to insult themselves. Nobody is willing to hurt themselves, whatever it may be. So during that period, we don't follow any anesthetic and aseptic pain resolving methods for doing surgeries. Surgery is a painful procedures. Okay. So when ahimsa is came into um, practice, okay, so surgeries started declining. after Ashoka period, and Buddhism was spreaded all over the world. So not only in India, it is spreaded in Nepal, China, Sri Lanka, everywhere. Okay, so Chinese Buddhism was in practice. So during that period, the surgeries started declining, but still the diseases are not declining. The surgical school of thought is declining. Then we need to invent a new system of medicine so that should cure the disease without giving a pain. Okay, so in that regard, so a new system of medicine evolved during 8th century AD. So by the contribution of Acharya Nagarjuna. So Acharya Nagarjuna is a Buddhist monk. Okay, so he invented a new system of medicines, that is Rasashastra. So what are the main two aims of Rasashastra? One is Dehavada and second one is Dhatuvada. So Dehavada means utilization of Rasaushadhis for disease is Dehavada. Utilization of Rasaushadhis for conversion of a lower metal into an higher metal is Dhatuvada. Okay, so Dehavada and Dhatu. The main two aims of main two practices in the Shastra is Dehavada and as well as Dhatuvada. Got it? So the system is evolved because of Dehavada, but it is famous for Dhatuvada. So till today we have more than 1,000 books written on Rasashastra and based on conversion of a lower metal into an higher metal. That is their intention. Okay. So Rasashastra is Daridrahara. So once who practice Rasashastra, he will not at all uh, live into a poverty. Okay, so poverty will go, the wealth will come, he becomes a rich by practicing Rasashastra as a Dehavada, as a doctor, and as a alchemist. If he convert a lower metal to higher metal, he will become rich by selling an higher metal. So just go through the history. During Vijayanagara Empire, we have abundant of gold. Where the gold came? So during that period, we don't have any gold mines, and there is no residue of gold mines during that period. Okay, so in Ballari, Raichur, and this Rayalaseema belt, we have an abundant iron ore. Okay, so in Ballari region, in Sandur region, we have abundant iron ore. That should be 64% of iron is present in 100 grams of the ore. That quality is a premium quality iron. We will get it from 100 grams of mud. We will get 64 grams of iron. So you can imagine this is the best quality of iron all over the world. China has imported as many tons as possible during the last Olympics to build the stadiums and other things. So the China's are the largest importers of iron ore. Okay, so during that period only the whole Ballari was digged completely. Tandoor, everything was digged completely during that period. But the premium quality of iron we will get it. So apart from iron, we will get a manganese ore in that belt. But question is, we don't have any gold mines or gold ore in that region, but still we have an abundant of gold in Vijayanagara Empire. Where it is came from? The simple answer is there are lot of alchemies was present in Vijayanagara Empire. They used to convert a lower metal into an higher metal. Okay, they are converting a simple iron into a gold. So in Rasashastra, we have 1,000 methods to convert a lower metal into an higher metal. So in Ballari College, still today it is in practice. One senior Vaidya, so Dr. Nagireddy sir, so he did a conversion of a lower metal and higher metal in practical room only, in the class, in the Rashala only. So he converted iron into a silver, and he made a rings and he has gifted to everybody. All teachers had a silver ring. It is converted from an iron. So these type of practices are practically possible. So with the techniques, with the Rush Shastra. So conversion of silver means again you can convert it into gold. So it is also an easier thing. But there are 1,000 methods of conversion of a lower metal into iron metal. One story is going on in Ballari belt. So the sheeps. So sheep vendor and those who are going with the sheep, he saw some sheep leg was broken, and he kept some iron rod into the leg and let it go and to the forest for its regular food harvesting. So when sheep came back to his house in the evening, he saw a strange thing. The iron rod is entirely converted into a gold rod. Okay. So in the morning, sheep leg was broken. So he kept an iron rod and tied it, and he left the sheep to the forest. When sheep came back to the home, when sheep returned to the home, the iron rod has converted into a golden rod. Okay. So then he astonishingly checked the things. So how it has converted into golden rod. Okay. So this story is related to the Gadag Kapot Gunda, a forest range, a huge forest range in Gadag region. So this, if you analyze the mechanism here, so iron along with a blood, okay, the sheep blood is involved here, and sheep has uh, go to the forest and he touches many plants, and he touches many mud areas, and he touches water. Okay, so some wells in the forest is having acid water also, like that. So lot of chemical reactions taken place, and it has converted into egg gold. Okay, so again in the second day, so he tied iron rod to all the sheep and he left it to the forest. Nothing was happened. So in third day, he itself only broke the legs of the sheep, and again he tied the iron rod and left the forest. Nothing was happened. But so in the first day it has happened to the sheep, but where it has gone, where it has traveled in the whole forest, we don't know. So this story is going on. So there are a lot of reactions will happen with the blood of the sheep and the iron, along with some water, some plants. Okay, a lot of chemical reaction has happened, and it is converted into a gold. So this is the story. So in a day also we can convert a lower metal into higher metal with these things, but exactly we don't know what is the method. So and one more thing, one Rasasiddha. There are lot of Rasasiddhas are there in Royalsima belt. So there usually they will convert a lower metal into higher metal. Okay, so they ask to bring the parada. So 10 grams of parada they bring, and he used to smoke with ukka. He opened so many herbs. He put so many herbs in the ukka and kept 10 grams of parada. And within 10 minutes, that parada is converted into an gold. So 10 grams of coin he made in front of the students in showed. So 10 grams of parada is converted into 10 grams of gold. And he used iron also in that. He powder what he has mixed it as an iron, along with lot of other herbs. So it is a very easy thing for them, but they won't reveal what are the medicines they use, what are the drugs they use, how they converted. They don't tell anything, and they used some other karpura and everything. But within 10 minutes, they converted parada into a gold. Okay, so that is the thing. And in Russia, so a lot of other things are there. Kechari gutika. What is Kechari gutika? Anybody know about Kechari gutika? So once we chew that Kechari gutika, so we will be invisible completely. We will not be visible to anybody. Okay, it is a physics. Okay, so our body will become invisible thing. We can travel to any distance. So it is also story going on in the Royalsima belt. Some Rishi came and he chewed some drug. He traveled somewhere. He disappeared immediately. He found in somewhere else. Okay, so then again the same thing as trial to some other student. So he chewed and he traveled to some other place, some other place, and he again appeared. Okay, it is a Kechari Gutika. So this explanation is there in our classics. So the whole body becomes invisible, and You know the movie Raja, while watch will make the body invisible. Okay, so like that, it is a practical thing. It is happen. Kechari Gutika is also there. Kechari Arka is also there in Ravana Arka Shastra. So one medicine is there. It is Kechari Arka. Okay, while drinking that Kechari Arka, body becomes invisible. So in Rashastra, we have a Kechari Gutika. So if you chew that Kechari Gutika, body becomes invincible. Okay, the preparation method and the drugs, everything becomes very costlier, and preparation is not so easy. In Russia, sir, everything is structured, designed. We have to do it like that only. So if some changes happened in that, it won't work. Okay, that medicine won't work, that conversion won't work. So like that, they are very structurally and designed engineers. Our all Rashastra practitioners, our ancient Rashastra rishis are all scientists. They are very clearly written the ingredients, the method of preparation, everything. Something change in that, we won't get the results. Okay. So Kechari Guti, the mechanism behind the Kechari Guti is, so if you want to see a person means the images, light, uh, optical images will go and it will reflect to our eye. Then only I can able to see the image. That is how the image is formed. Okay. So if the light pass through that image, so the image will not going to form. Okay. So while taking the Kechari Gutika, our body energy will increase like that. It will allow light to pass to our body. Okay, that is the mechanism. There is a huge and enormous energy will come. It will allow the light to pass through the body. The body becomes very light. So much of energy it will come, and it will allow the light to pass. Okay, it's a practical thing. It's a physics we can accept about Kechari Gutika. Okay, so Arkashastra Ravana also know this technique, and in Ramayana, somewhere else, the invisible thing is how to become invisible. It was written in Ramayana also. Okay, the Kechari Gutka is such a wonderful medicine, and Kechari Arka is also there. So if you have a good amount of money, you can trial out on Kechari Gutika and Kechari Vati. It's possible.
Is it available, sir, in market?
Not available. You have to prepare yourselves.
How it's possible, sir? I shock.
It's possible. It's a physics only.
Is okay.
If you try this, definitely it is possible. It's absolutely a physics. Nothing else in it.
What
So
about price, sir?
price will come in crores if you start preparing it.
Or
That is
okay.
simple thing. So
Yeah.
in Shastra, we have more than 100 methods of conversion of lower metal into higher metal. A lot of references of Kechari Gutika also. One method is one medicine, another method is one medicine. And we can't prepare a Agada, Mrutyunjaya Agada and Mahamrutyunjaya Agada. No company is preparing Agadas. We have Dushi Vishari Agada, only Bilwadi Gutika only. If you come to Agada Tantra, we have only two medicines. No other Agadas are prepared in the present in the market. Okay, so if you just go through the Palashruti of Mrutyunjaya Agada or Mahamrutyunjaya Agada, lot of Palashruti is explained. So he becomes it's just like a Sanjeevani. Okay, death will not touch us him. Like that Palashruti they are written. Even with the Mahavisha Sharpa also bites him also. If you consume this Agada, so he will be survived. Okay, so no company is preparing this. Even we can try out to prepare the ingredients and everything. We can plan and we can prepare, but companies are not at all preparing it. Okay, so with this introduction we'll start Rasashastra. Rasashastra is a Parada Shastra. Rasa means Parada. So some interesting facts about Mercury. The whole of Rasashastra is revolving in and around the Mercury. So why it is revolving in and around the Mercury? Okay, so you know the metals. So Basmikarana. Okay, so how we can do the basma of a metal? Okay, so if you if you want to make a metal basma, just eat the metal, it will melt. It won't become basma. The metal become liquid. It won't become basma. You can try it for 100 times, 200 times. The metal will melt. It has its melting point. It has its boiling point, but it won't convert into a powder. It won't convert into an ash. You can try on 100 methods, 100 times also. That metal won't convert into an ash. So we need a media that should convert that metal into ash. That media is parada. Okay. So where the utility of parada is the conversion of a metal into an ash with the media of parada. Wherever you see the Basmikarana, so definitely parada is there, definitely Kajjal is there. So that's why the whole of Rasashastra is revolving in and around parada. Okay, so before 8th century AD, Parada is there, but still we are not at all using Parada in these conversions and other things. So before 8th century AD in Ashtanga Sangraha, we have a reference of Parada Basti in intersusception of intestine. So it works based on the gravity. There is an heavy metal. Parada is a liquid heavy metal. It will drag the intestine. It will correct intestinal susception, intersusception of intestine. That is the only one thing internal use of Parada present in Ashtanga Sangra. Before that, we have only Ayushkruti Kalpana. So Ayushkruti is Sandhaniya Kalpana, where the medicine is prepared based on Asvarishta principles. There, eating and dipping of iron is there. Loha should be heated in particular temperature. Immediately, you should dip in a particular kashayas. So there is the only method or using of minerals into the practice. Before that, we have only an herbal preparations, gurutas, asvarishtas, and we have uh, churnas, kashayas. Only this much of preparations we have in Charaka Samhita, Sushu Samhita, Vagbata Samhita. Okay, so there is no mineral preparations or herbo mineral preparations are present in Bruhatrais. In Sangraha Kala also no evidence of these preparations. Okay, so this preparation started once the people know to convert a parada into some parada basma or conversion of other metals of parada, other forms of parada. Then they are using that parada to convert a metal into an ash. Okay, so when they started making a basma, then the Dehavada started. Okay, so immediately they won't do the basma, so they have to do parada ashta samskara, and ashta samskarita parada only we can use for Dehavada. Then we have ashtadasha samskara, 18 samskaras for parada. It is ashtadasha samskara. Okay, so ashtadasha samskarita parada used for Dhatuvada. For conversion of lower metal into higher metal, we need ashtadasha samskarita parada. Ashta samskarita parada we can use only for Dehavada, only to cure the disease. Ashta samskara parada we can use only to cure the disease. Ashtadasha samskara for conversion of lower matter into higher matter. Simply think about Ashta Samskaras. Ashta Samskara, it will take minimum 100 to 150 days if you do it rigorously and continuously. Otherwise, it may take around 300 days also, 1.5 year also, if you do it leisurely. Okay. So again, Ashtadasha Samskara, it may take some 2 years to 3 years of time just to purify a parada. And if you give samskara to the parada, that is 18 samskaras, Ashtadasha samskaras. It may take 2 to 3 years. And you just think about the cost of the parada. So now the government has banned for parada purchase. So if you want to purchase a parada, you must have a pharmacy and you should order that parada through that pharmacy with all GST registrations, everything. Then only you can purchase parada. So government has banned parada for general purchase. It has lost. So previously, if the students are purchasing parada, they sell it in other shops also. Now it is completely illegal to sell parada anywhere in the shops. Okay, we should purchase from a certified seller only, and we should write the purpose why we have to purchase the parada, and we need to show the finished product also after parada. It's completely legal issues comes, legality will come when we started purchasing parada. It has happened from last 3 months. Okay, and the rate of parada is also increased like anything. So previously the parada cost is 8,000 to 10,000. That will we are purchasing ingula. Okay, ingulota parada, the yield is around 700 to 800 grams in 1 kg. If you purchase 1 kg of ingula, we will get 700 to 800 grams of parada. In 1 kg of ingula, we are getting 7 to 8%, 7 to 800 grams of parada. That is the yield. So you can just imagine now the 1 kg of parada is costing about from 25,000 to 35,000, depends on quality of ingula. And you just imagine the purified parada. Ashtasamskarita parada 1 kg, the cost is minimum to minimum, it is 5 lakhs. Okay, minimum. If you purchase parada for 25,000, you do Ashtasamskara, the cost becomes 5 lakhs. The same thing if you do Ashtadasha Samskara, the cost is 25 lakhs. Even 1 kg of parada is enough for your lifetime practice if you do it properly. Okay, the Kajjali dose is very minimal. So in Karnataka, we don't have an extensive Rasashastra practice. So if you go to step into Maharashtra, so exclusive Rasashastra practice is there. Every medicine should contain one of the ingredient of parada. Have you heard about tablet Sukshma Trifala? Sukshma Trifala, all Rasashastras are herbo mineral drugs. So it means to say that so herbs are the main ingredients. We are using Rasaushadis to potensify an herb. So what is the dose of Trifala? Trifala dose according to Churna Kalpana, it is 12 grams. Okay, 12 gram single dose, somebody will tell 12 gram into 3 dose, somebody will tell. Okay, so 36 gram in a day. Who will consume 36 grams of churna in a day? Or else 12 grams of churna. We can advise 12 grams of churna in a day. So that is also a difficult thing. Okay, so huge amount of churna. Who will consume? Palatability, everything. Okay, you know the Sukshma Trifala tablet is only 125 mg. Okay, so in that, so 100 mg is Trifala, 20 mg is Kajali. Okay, so now Triphala is an antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, and it is Netra drug. Everything is there. With Parada, with Kajali, the herbal medicine dose reduced. Just with 80 to 100 mg, we can expect a result of 12 gram of Triphala. Okay, it's an excellent antibiotic. So upper respiratory infection, lower respiratory infection, superficial skin infections. So Sukshma Triphala is an excellent drug. Okay, so there it has reduced. The herbal medicine dose is reduced because of parada. Okay, so in Maharashtra, you just see the practice of Vaidyas. They will mix Kajali for every disease. Savipatikara Churna with Kajali, Ingvashka Churna with Kajali, whatever may be the Churna, estimate the Churna with Kajali. So the drug of choice, along with they will put some Kajali. And dose will reduce us from 20 grams to 2 grams. They will mix up and they will make a chit and they will give to the patient. Okay. Aragyavardhini Mishrana, Gandhaka Mishrana, Tribhuwana Mishrana, Aragyavardhini with this extra Kajali and other medicines. Okay. Tribhuwana Kirti with extra these medicines. So Gandhaka Rasayana with extra medicines. They will make a Mishrana of it. Okay. So this take our practice to the next level. Drug dosage is minimum, target is fast, action is very, very fast. The drug action becomes very fast, very acute. So even we cannot expect a good result with azithromycin with a streptococcal bacterial infection, but just Sukshma Triphala will do wonders. Only Tribhuwana Mishrana will do wonders. Okay, within 1 or 2 doses it will work. Kajiradavati with Kajali. So throat infections, fatafat. Okay. So that is the utility of Rasashastra. The drug action will be very fast. So here Rasha Aushadhi is potensifying an herbal medicine. This is not an Rasa Aushadhis are not herbo mineral drugs. These are all purely herbal drugs potensified by a mineral. Okay. So Parada is a vehicle. It will reach the herbal drug to the target and it will come out. Parada is not at all absorbed in the body. Okay. The side effect of Rasa Aushadhi or side effect of Parada is coming not because of Parada, it is because of their lead or tin or any other pollutant present in the Parada. Any other dosha present in Parada. Okay. So if you are not purifying Parada properly, if you are not at all used Ashta Samskarita Parada properly, then only we will get a side effect. Otherwise, no. It is a liquid heavy metal, but still it won't absorb in our body. Okay, parada will not at all absorb in our body. It is evacuated through the fecal route. Okay, if you give 100 grams of parada, 92 grams of parada will get it from fecal route. Remaining 2 to 3 grams may come from other routes, maybe from sweat or maybe from urination. That is a nanoparticle from urination. So basma means a nano. Okay, so without worry, without any second thought, basma means a nanoparticle. Why only nano? Because our nephrons are in the size of nanometer. So that's why whatever medicine we should give, it should pass kidney. The smallest tract in our body is nephrons. Okay, so whatever medicine you should advise in the form of basmas, so it should pass nephrons means there is no nephrotoxicity. Nothing will happen. Okay, that's why the basmas are used. The main intention is you should pass nephrons without damaging their structure. If you use metals more the size of nano, then it will damage nephrons. The drug becomes nephrotoxic. Okay, if you use directly the drugs, they are not nanoparticles. If you use the basma, definitely it is nanoparticles. You should pass all basma parikshas. Okay, so once it is passed all basma parikshas, definitely it is a nanoparticle without doubt. Okay, nano only can pass kidneys, otherwise it will going to damage kidney. Okay, so mercury is a very unstable material. You cannot hold mercury, so it is chanchala, so it is chapala. Okay, it's a liquid heavy metal. 1 kg of mercury we can hold in our hand only. So only this much, it's weighing about 1 kg. And if you come to the periodic table, mercury is 18th element. Okay, specific gravity is 13.6. Atomic weight is around 200.6. It's located in the 6th period and 12th group. And one more similarities we can bring from mercury is it is action, activities, everything is similar to uranium and plutonium. So uranium and plutonium are radioactive materials. Got it? So the mercury will also comes with the same characteristics that of uranium and plutonium. Okay, so that why it has an enormous amount of energy and it will bombard a mineral and it will convert that mineral into a basma. Okay, so mercury is not only a simple thing to know or to remember. It has an enormous energy. So all our rasaushadis are having a thousand times greater energy than that of herbal medicines. We cannot distinguish the herbal and rasaushadi. Cannot underestimate rasaushadis. This is thousand times better energy you will get. Just chew one Sotashekara rasa, you will decide what is the energy of Tushika Rasa. So chew one Brotota Chintamani Rasa tablet, then you will think. You just compare your previous energy and with this energy. Sarota Badravati, the creatinine level is more than 1.5, so it may be up to 5.5 also. Use Sarota Badravati. Within 10-15 days, at least 1% of creatinine will decrease. It has a capacity to rejuvenate nephrons. That's how she is. Okay. So Rasaushis are not only Rasaushidis, it's our herbo mineral medicines. Rasaushidis are minerals are potensifying an herb. Okay. So every basma will have one Shodhana Dravya, will have one Marana Dravya. So Shodhana Dravya and Marana Dravya is definitely an herb. It is not a metal. Okay. So in every preparation, every tablet preparation, there is one Bhavana Dravya. Okay, there is a lot of herbal medicines are there as an ingredient, but still one Bhavana Dravya is there. That is the main ingredient of the drug. For example, in Sutashekara Rasa, the Bhavana Dravya is Brungaraja Swarasa. So Brungaraja is a drug will act in liver and also in brain, both. So Brungaraja, you think Brungaraja is only a used for Kesha purposes, not only. Okay, Brungaraja is not only used for Kesha and Artha purpose. So it is a wonderful drug for liver detoxification. So English name of Brungaraja is Markava. Okay, it's an excellent drug. Liver detoxifier, liver cell rejuvenator, brain cell rejuvenator. It will connect body to the brain. Okay, so it's an excellent drug, Brungaraja. So the Sutashekara rasa contains Brungaraja Swarasa as one of the Bhavana Dravas. Not one of the, it's one only one Bhavana Drava in Sutashekara rasa. Okay, so like that, if you check any of Rasaushadis, every Rasaushadis will have its own Bhavana Dravas. For example, Tribhuna Kirti Rasa, Tulsi Ardhakanda, 21 Bhavana. Okay, so each seven times. Tulsi 7 times, Datura 7 times, Ardhaka 7 times. 21 times you are potensifying Tribhuna Kirti. Okay, so Mrutyunjaya Rasa, Jambira Swarasa Bhavana. Aragya Varjinivati, Nimbus Varasa Bhavana. You know, Aragya Varjinivati has 18 ingredients. Katuki is a main part, drug of choice. It has Parada, Gandhaka, Tamdra. Okay, Shilajitu is there, Gugulu is there in Aragya Varjinivati. But still, the drug dominates in Aragya Varjinivati is Nimbus Varasa. That is Nimba is Aja directa indica. Neem. So where which adhikara Aragya Varjini is Sarva Kushtahara. The adhikara of Aragya Varjini itself is a Kushta. It will eliminate all the diseases of skin. Okay. So in the Palashtuti only there are advice. Definitely 100% it will remove all the diseases of the skin. Aragya. Got it? So the main ingredient is Nimbasvarasa. Though we have a Parata, though we have a Gandhaka, though we have a Tambra in Aragyavardhini, though we have a Shilajit in Aragyavardhini, but the action of a drug is Nimba. That's why it is advised in skin diseases. Okay? So here Tribhuna Kirti also. The adhikar of Tribhuna Kirti is Shwasana Samskara, Shwasana Samsthana. Okay, in the lungs and upper respiratory and lower respiratory infections. So Tulasi, Ardhaka and Datura. Tulasi is a drug of choice in lung diseases. Ardhaka is a drug of choice in lung diseases. Datura is a drug of choice in lung diseases. Kanaka. Datura is Kanaka. Kanakasava. Okay. So very clear cut Bhavana Dravyas they are selected and excellent the Dravya they selected and they are potensifying their herbal drugs with the mineral. Okay, it is not potensifying a minerals, it is potensifying an herbal. It is a vice versa thing. Okay, in Brothel Chintamani, we have a Kumari Swarasa as a Bhavana, liver, brain, and gut axis. Brain, liver, and gut axis. Kumari is an excellent choice, is a drug of choice in endocrine diseases, hormonal balancing, liver rejuvenating. Okay, so it is improve the intestinal motility. So gut biome is improved by Kumari. Okay, so in Aragya Vardhini, the Bhavanada, sorry, Brotha Chindamani Bhavanada ways, Kumari source. Hrudayavarana rasa, Kakamachi source. Kakamachi is a drug of choice in all Rudrogas. Okay, so here in Hrudayavarana rasa, the drug of choice is Kakamachi source. Lagu Sutta Shekara, Nagavali source. So what is the main drug in Lagu Sutta Shekara? Ingredient of Lagu Sutta Shekara? Gairika. Gairika, Shunti, Nagavali, only three drugs. Lagu Sutta Shekara. Shrestha Pittahara Dravya. So any pitta skin diseases, you can simply write Lagu Sutta Shekara without any hesitation. If skin disease involving a pitta, drug of choice must be Lagu Sutta Shekara. Okay. So urticaria because of pitta, any rashes because of pitta. If you feel, write down Lagu Sutta Shekara. So many diseases I have observed, especially in case of psoriasis, if you won't control pitta, disease won't go. It will reappear again and again because of pitta. Okay. So if you control pitta in psoriasis, the patches will not reappear. It is not a issues with kapha or vata in psoriasis. It is because of pitta. Okay. In my prescription, I will write one pitta shamana medicine for all cases of psoriasis, whatever it may be. Maybe gutted psoriasis, it may be scalp, it may be uh, uh, osteo, including bone involvement. So we'll give one of Pittahara Dravya. Agni Kumara Rasa, Ardhaka Swarasa Bhavana is there. Garbhapala Rasa, Vishnukranta Rasa Swarasa Bhavana is there in Garbhapala Rasa. Vatari Gugulu, Erana Taila Bhavana is there in Vatari Gugulu. Erana Taila is drug of choice in all case of Vata Javadi, and Bhavana Dravya is this one Erana Taila. Okay. And then one you can ask the question like how the Dhatu Vada will work. Okay. So the conversion of a lower metal into an higher metal. So the whole structure, everything has changed. We came from a chemistry background. We came from physics background. How this thing is possible with Parada? So I already told the Parada is an excellent radioactive material. It has an enormous amount of energy. The Parada has a characteristic, and it has a power to change the orbit of electrons. Okay, the atomic number decides on total number of electrons in the orbit. Got it? I remember 12th standard chemistry. Okay, so how the atomic number decides the structure of a metal or atom depends on its electrons in the orbit. If you change the electrons in the orbit, automatically the structure changes. Proton and neutron present in the nucleus. So in the orbit we have electrons. The Parada has the goal to change the orbit of electrons so that a lower metal will convert it into an higher metal. Very easy. Simple chemistry. Okay. The Parada has a capacity. It is going to change the orbit of electrons. It will exchange the electrons. Okay. It will do the structural change. It is a non-reversible process. Once the silver, iron is converted into a gold, it is a non-reversible process. So after a few days, it will convert it into iron. It's not like that. It is not superficially. It is not converted. Complete structurally, it is converted. Both physical, chemical, everything has happened. Physical, chemical changes. Complete structurally, it is changed. So that is parada. Okay, it has such an energy to convert the orbit of electrons. It will going to change the structure. So parada has a high potency. It is swift in action, swift in absorption. Okay. So the metals or minerals actually they are bioincompatible. Okay, so the Wills disease. In that, the copper is not at all absorbed in the body. The elemental copper is deposited on the liver, so it is toxic to the body, and patient will die because of Williams disease. Okay, the ring will appear, KF ring will appear in the eyes. Okay, the coppery ring will appear in the eyes, like it's called as KF ring. So it's a disease. So the copper is incompatible copper. Okay, so what Parada will do? If you consume a metal, it won't absorb. Okay, so if you consume a zinc, if you consume any selenium, cadmium, so it is not a biocompatible. Biocompatible things only will absorb. Liver will only metabolize. Okay, so once the metal is bioincompatible, it won't absorb in the body. It will eliminate. So we need a lot of minerals. Iron we need, zinc we need, selenium we need, cobalt we need. Okay, so zinc is the main ingredient in insulin. So iron, copper, and cobalt is the ingredients in hemoglobin formation. In the main ingredients in hemoglobin. Okay, so we need copper for many things. We need calcium for many things. So if it is bioincompatible material, then our body will not absorb. Gut will not absorb. Stomach will not absorb. Okay, so what these procedures are doing? Shodhana, Marana. So we are doing lot of Bhavana. So what Parada is doing? Parada is making the bioincompatible into biocompatible nanoparticle. Biocompatible nanoparticle. You just know these technical terminologies. So very correctly they used. It is fit to Basnikarana. It is fit to Rasashastra. What is Rasashastra? Rasashastra makes the bioincompatible particle into biocompatible nanoparticle. That is Rasashastra. The definition. Rasashastra is not the science in and around Parada. It is a science convert the bioincompatible product into biocompatible nanoparticles. That is Basnikarana. Okay, so the huge science is hidden in Rasashastra, very huge science. Okay, so it is not a simple procedure. Okay, it involves many steps. So it eliminates harmful matter first, that is Shodhana. Okay, so then modification of physical properties, modification of chemical properties, enhancement of therapeutical action, Amrutikarana. At last, we are doing. So all these steps are involved in the procedures. The Shodhana, even in Ashtasamskara Parada, we have started with so many steps. So we are involved all these steps to make it biocompatible. Okay, and Ashasa is a very laborious job. Now we have a machines, muffle furnaces, and industrial grade uh, mixers, grinders. Okay, still it is not at all possible to bring the quality with a human labor. Okay, so we have a machineries, but it won't bring the quality with the human labor. So these are all steps involved to convert a lower metal into a higher metal. Okay, so the Rasashastra is a science that will going to potensify an herb, not the mineral. The role of Parada is to convert a metal into a basma. It is a media. Parada is a media. It will going to convert a metal into basma. Without Parada, we cannot convert a metal into an ash. Okay, we can use some acids. So, for example, conversion of iron into some other iron particle, we can put sulfuric acid to the iron. It will convert. Okay, we will get something. It is not exactly the basma. It is not at all active material. It is a dead material. We are converting an iron into iron uh, powder. Okay, it is not at all a bioactive material. the procedure what we are doing, the Marana, so Shodhana, Marana, continuously we are going potash to the iron. Finally, we'll convert an iron basma. It is an bioactive material. It's an energetic material. It will work faster, 100 times faster than that of a simple converted acid converted material. Okay, energy is there. Agni Samskara. We did Agni Samskara into that. A lot of energy will be there in that. Okay. So this is a brief introduction about Rasashastra. We have a lot of myths in Rasashastra. I try to solve those myths. Everything is possible in Rasashastra. Okay. During Vijayanagara Empire, there is no golden mines. So we have loads of tons of gold is present in our Vijayanagara Empire only because of conversions. Okay, now we are seeing Atti gold mines. Now we are seeing Kolar gold mines. Only two gold mines in India. Okay, so during that period there is no gold mines at all. So we don't have any references for gold digging and conversion, metallurgy. No, we have a techniques. Zinc will be converted into zinc basma. We have a techniques. Conversion of lower metal to higher metal. We have a techniques. Okay, so these are all the things incorporated in Rasashastra. Rasashastra is a boom to Ayurveda field. Okay, it has boosted the strength of an Ayurveda Vaidya into their clinical practices. Still today, we are getting wonderful results. Still today, we are practicing in front of emergency medicine practitioner. So, and with a lot of other painkillers, they are practicing. Still, we are established in the field of Ayurveda only because of Rasashastra. Without Rasa and Visha, we cannot survive in the field of medicine. Okay, these two are drug of choice. It will work faster. It will bring the symptoms into normalcy very faster. Dosha Samya, Dhatu Samya will happens very fast because of only Rasaushadis and Vishaushadis. Vyavai Vikasi action you will expect, and that will happen with Rasaushadis. Without these Rasaushadis, our practice becomes nil. I can tell it is zero. Okay, so without we cannot imagine our clinical practices without Rasaushadi. We can do it, but it's a very slow phase. We'll go in speed like 10, 20 kilometers. If you practice Rasaushadi, you are going in flight speed. The same example I have given to every practitioner as a clinical tip. So we can reach Delhi in all the means. We can use cycle, we can use bus, we can use train, we can use flight. Okay, so the purpose of using all this vehicle is traveling only. Okay, so we have five drugs in our hand. One is act like a cycle, one is act like a bus, one is act like a train, one is act like a flight. So which one you select and which one your patient should select? They will select a fast and swift traveling. That is resolution. Same thing if you give caution, it will work, but it is not on the speed of flight. It may work on the speed of train or on the speed of bus. Bus will reach Delhi for in 48 hours. Okay, train will reach 54 hours. 48 to 54 hours. Flight will reach within 2 hours. Which one would you like? Flight only. Okay, Rasa Aushadhis and the efficacy of Rasa Aushadhis, the rationality in building these formulations is to make the product to work faster and speed up the metabolic process and correct the pathology. Okay, so it is a laborious thing and lot of minds are involved in bringing this science into practicability. Okay, so when come to the syllabus of Russia, so it is an 100 marks paper in our UG studies. Okay, so the whole Russia Astra is come in and around Parada. Even syllabus also a very simple one. So it is bit difficult for remembering because lot of numbers will come, lot of Graha Lakshanas will come, and it's not look like easy task, easy shloka. It's not look like, but If you read it regularly, daily, so it is a very good subject. Within 20 pages, all notes will finishes. Okay, you can finish the complete notes within 20 minutes. Okay, so once you prepare the notes of Rasashastra with your own handwriting. So why I am telling you to write with your own handwriting? Before first, while preparing the notes, it may take some time. So once the notes is ready, so you are in a flight mode. You can finish it up very fast. Okay, so I will suggest everybody to make your own notes. So we have a ready-made notes. You can have a references in guides everywhere. You will available notes is available, but have to make your own notes for better understand, for uh, faster revisions. Okay, so when come to the FAQs, in the first FAQ is history of Rasashastra. So it's called as Rasavangmaya. We have a lot of authors of Rasashastra and important books of Rasashastra. So just note down the author, the book name, and as well as any commentators are there, and the time period, and some important salient features of the book. For example, who introduced Parada Samskaras first time? It is there in Nandikeshwara Tantra. Okay, so author is Nandikeshwara. So like that. So Aragyavardhini Adhikara, and where we will get an explanation of Aragyavardhini and preparation of Aragyavardhini. It is present in Rasaratna Samuchaya. Okay, RRS, Rasaratna Samuchaya, 13th century AD book. Okay, so like that, they may have some specific questions regarding history and author of the particular books. Who is the author of Rasaratna Samuchaya? Rasavagvata. Okay, so like that, they may have question. So just go through the authors and as well as commentators, a time period, and some important salient features. It's available everywhere. And then comes Paribhasha Prakarana, the definitions in Russia, and some common rules and principles in Russia. So that's all will covers in Paribhasha Prakarana. What is Paribhasha and all these things will cover in Paribhasha Prakarana. Just go through it. So after that we have Yantras, Musha, Mudra, Puta, and Gara. Okay, Yantras. So what are the utensils or what are the uh, things we need to prepare or we need to convert metal into a basma? All this includes. So Yantra, Musha, Mudra, Puta, Gara, all it's required. Okay, so Mushas are utensils. Okay, so Yantras, sometimes it is a type of a stove or it is a setup. Okay, so used for parada jaranartha or to extract ingolota parada or something else, something procedure involved in that conversions. Okay, so that are yantras. And puta is actually how much quantity of agni is needed, what is the temperature needed to conversion. Okay, so that is puta. So for conversion of a metal into a basma, how many puta is required, how much temperature is required. So the complete explanation of puta is there, starting from mahaputa, Kuta and Puta. So all putas you should go. So the difference is the length and width of the puta and total number of cow dung cakes involved. Okay, how many cow dung cakes will use in each puta? That's matter. So in every puta that you should remember also. So in Mahaputa, how much cow dung cakes is used? In Kukuta puta, how many cow dungs are used? So all these things you should remember. So we will get questions regarding Puta. And then comes Parada. So Parada is a 50 marks question paper in second year BMS. So minimum 50 marks we can expect from Parada. Parada in detail about Parada. So I told you in the introduction, so Parada atomic weight, atomic number from chemical combination also. In detail of Parada. So starting from Graha Lakshana of Parada. What is the Graha Lakshana of Parada? Antasya Neela Bahirujvala Madhyana Surya Samprada. So inside it looks like a Neela and externally it is Ujvala like that of a midday sun. Antasya Neela Bahirujjvala Madhyana Surya Samaprabha. Just Parada looks like a midday sun. So we just imagine the simile given by our acharyas. So Paradise just looks like a midday sun. Okay. So it's a Graha Lakshana. Graha Lakshanas of all Maharasa Uparasa, everything you should remember. But especially Parada is important. And types of Parada. There are 5 types of Parada is there. And general Shodhana method. And Vishesha Shodhana method. And Ashta Samskara. Ashtadasha Samskara. Okay. All these things you should go through with Parada. And then comes this about 50 marks. Paribhasha Prakarana, Yantra, Musha, Mudra, Puta, Gara, and Parada. This itself is 50 marks. You will get 3 to 4 questions in this only. Okay, remaining is Maharasa, Uparasa, Sadharana Rasa, Dhatu, Ratna, Uparatna, Visha, Upavisha, and Sudhavargiya Dravyas. Okay, so apart from that, we have a Bhasma Pariksha Vidhi and 4 types of preparations. We have Kalvi Rasayana, Parpati Rasayana, Potali, and Kupi Papa Rasa. There are 4 different types of rasa preparations are there. So Kalvi Rasayana, we are preparing the medicines using Kalva. So Parpati, so especially their indications is in G, gastrointestinal tract. The different method of preparation, so Parpati preparation, and the Potali preparations, and Kupi Pakwa. So these are all 4 different preparations of medicines available in Rasashastra. They will ask with an examples. So Brihata Chintamani is a Kalvi Rasayana. Yemagarbha Potali is a Potali Rasayana. Swarna Parpati is a Parpati Rasayana. Okay. So Makaradvaja is Kupi Pakwa. Siddha Makaradvaja, Chandrodaya, Purna Chandrodaya. These are all Kupi Saviyara Pannaga. These are all Kupi Pakwa Rasayanas. So they will ask the ingredient and as well as their indications of these rasayanas. And you have to prepare charts for Maharasa, Uparasa, Sadharana Rasa, Dhatu, Ratna, Uparatna, Visha, Uparisha, and Sudhavargya Dravyas. How to make the chart means, so for example, Maharasa is Abraka. Abraka, Vaikranta, Makshika, Vimala, Sasyaka, Shilajita, Chapala, and Rasaka. So these are all Maharasas. So in that first example, abraka, we start take types of abraka, the chemical formula of abraka, and Shodhana Dravya of abraka, Marana Dravya of abraka, Samana Shodhana of abraka. So and then Graha Lakshanas of abraka, and important formulations of abraka, boiling point, melting point, specific gravity it is there for abraka. So like that. And the types of abraka, if it is having any doshas, and what is the Shodhana procedure. So this much information is must in chart. Okay, make a chart. Same for Abraka, Vaikranta, Makshika, Vimala, all. Maharasas, Uparasas like Gandhaka, Gairika, Kasisa. Same, you have to make a chart for Uparasas also, Sadharana also, Kambrilaka, Gauripashana, Sadharana Rasa. Dhatus. Dhatus are always metals. So Dhatus means Varna, Rajata, Tamra, Loha, Naga, Vanga, Kamsa, Pittala, Vataloha. For this also you have to make a neat chart. And Ratna, Manakya Mokta Pravala, Uparatna. For all these Maharasa, Uparasa, Sadharana Rasa, Dhatu, Ratna, Uparatna, you have to make a chart. In that you have to write. So name, types, chemical formula, Shodhana Dravya, Marana Dravya, important preparations from this metals and Graha Lakshanas of all these things. Boiling point, melting point, if it is a metal, they will ask boiling point, melting point, specific gravity. So, and then if it is a metal, so if they will ask atomic number, atomic weight also. Okay, this much information you have to make from Maharasa Upasalanarasa. Apart from that, we have only Parada, so Yantra, Musha, Mudra, Puta, Gara, and as well as 4 types of Rasashastra preparations, and then Bhasma Pariksha Vidhi, Amritikarana. All this. This is the very brief and comprehensive syllabus of Rasashastra. Very simple syllabus. Rasashastra having very simple syllabus. Okay, we only make it complicated. So if you give 30 minutes a day for Rasashastra, you will become a master. Okay, so why I have started Rasashastra in the beginning? So you have to give your 30 minutes of time every day. Without fail, everyone should give 30 minutes of time. Okay. So now you have to work hard for 3 to 4 days. Okay, to make a notes and start preparations. Then at least 3 to 4 days, 30 minutes a day you have to give. Then you will not forget for your clinical practice also, for AAPGT also. So this about Rasashastra and Rasashastra syllabus, very simple syllabus. I will upload other videos also. Those who don't have study material, message me. I will send a PDF copy also to start preparing for Rasashastra test. Okay. So when should I conduct Rasashastra test?